Can you get most of the things that you might need for a bug out bag from Tractor Supply Company? The short answer is yes, you can.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah.
Hey guys, Ron Lyons here from Lyons Tactical Survival Supply. Today, I want to show you that you can actually go to Tractor Supply Company and get pretty much everything you need in order to put together a reasonable bug out bag. And when I say a reasonable bug out bag, what I'm talking about is you can do something on a budget and it's not going to be all inclusive. You're going to have to add some things that they don't necessarily sell at Tractor Supply Company. You're going to have to maybe do some things to make it complete. Now I've got the receipt right here, and this was a budget. My target was about $125 or less, and actually came in at $131.58. So I think that there's actually $4 or $5 of this where I donated one of these lanterns to the local Boy Scouts. So actually, if you took the $4 or $5 out of this, I did come in at around the $125 mark. So what I want to do today is show you all of this, but before we get started, if you would, in the comment section below, I would love to know whether or not you have actually done a bug out bag before. So if you would, comment yes that you have, or no if you have not, and it's going to be like an informal survey. I just want to see how many people watching this video have actually done a bug out bag before. Another thing I want to say is, I know before starting this that this is not an all-inclusive setup. This is not at all everything that you might possibly need. Certainly this is not, you know, a professional bug out bag or anything like that. Again, it's just to help people who've never done this before get a good start.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
right, guys, let's take a look at all of these different items. And I know it's kind of hard to see everything because there's so much. Surprisingly, like I said, this did actually come in at a really reasonable price. The little lantern that I got, I donated one of these to the local Boy Scouts, and this was $4.99. The actual bill, the ticket came up at $131.58, so we're very, very close to my $125 budget. Let me just kind of walk you through this and show you what we were able to find in no particular order. One of the first things that I ran into in the store was this Camelus titanium knife. Now they've got several different knives available in the store. This particular one looked like something that would, work well. It's got a fairly strong blade, full tang. It's got a lanyard hole down on the end. It comes with this black nylon or brown nylon sheath that you can put on a belt. So as far as, a survival knife from Tractor Supply, this might just be the ticket. Right there, fixed blade knife with the sheath, $8.49. So $8.49 for that. Got this little Job Smart Tactical LED flashlight. It's only 160 lumens. It has 4-hour battery life on it, but it is compact. Job Smart stuff tends to be, reasonably strong. And this was actually on sale. That's the good thing about Tractor Supply and some of these other places. This is normally $9.99. They had it marked down to $2.99. And so, certainly light is a very important aspect of a bug out bag, and the smaller in size, the easier it is to fit in the bag. So I think that was a really good add-on right there. Now, I got these shooting glasses. And the idea behind the shooting glasses is this: when you're out, if your survival scenario or whatever means that you're going to go into a more rural area or something like that, you're going to be doing things like breaking wood, cutting wood, you're going to be doing different things. And it's quite possible that you're going to need some eye protection. So this was very inexpensive eye protection. They are shooting glasses. They have a UV protection on them, and they could be worn essentially as sunglasses. Even though they're clear, with that UV protection on them, that's going to help a little bit with being out in that bright sunlight and stuff. It's going to help protect your eyes in 2 ways. So I think that was a really good purchase right there. These gloves, now these are Schmidt workwear. They're general utility gloves. They feel to me like you would be able to still fire a handgun or a rifle or something like that, and yet they've still got protection. They're going to still give you affordable protection in the event that you need it. So they kind of promote the fact that they are tactile or touch sensitive gloves. They've got the elastic strap up here that helps them cinch down on your wrist, and that's going to help a lot. And basically, if you've ever been in any sort of a work environment before, gloves are critical. If you're in a survival situation, gloves are extra critical. Here they are, utility gloves, $7.99. So $7.99 for those general utility gloves. I think these are going to be really good. I think that was a good purchase. Well, let's take a look at this. This is something that I thought was really interesting. Now, when you're out in a survival situation, you're definitely going to need a way to make fire, heat, cook food, do things like that. So this is a TechFire fuel-free lighter. This thing is as close to like a survival type item as you could probably expect from there. This was a really nice little add-on to our kit. Obviously, you can tell when this is open, this is going to fit down inside the bag, not take up much space. It doesn't have the issues, since it's a fuel-free lighter. It does not have any issues with having fuel spilled inside your bag or having to store extra lighter fluid or any sort of thing like that. Now, this is a rechargeable. It's got a USB charging port. It comes with the USB cable. So something like this, you're going to want to check it periodically in your bag, which you should do anyways. Go through your bag at least every other month and make sure everything is still up to speed in your bag. You'd want to take this out, maybe check the charge on it, that sort of thing. So I think that's going to be a very, very good add-on fuel-free lighter, $9.99 for that. So a really good purchase on that one. Now, here is a bandana, and what I did on this was $2.99, and it's a 27 by 27 inch camo. It's an extra large bandana. It's 100% cotton. Obviously, you can see it's got the camouflage pattern on it. There were different ones that were available, but you could take something like this, very easily fits in your bag, and you could do so many different things with this. Clearly, you know, the scope of this video is not to give you survival training, but suffice it to say that there are many uses for something like a 100% cotton bandana like this. So the fact that it's got the camouflage on it, that makes it even better. You could use this for so many different things. Fits in the bag very easily. It folds up. And being $2.99, you just simply can't beat that. So I think that's going to be a nice add-on for our bag. Now, here's the camping lantern that I got. And the reason that I got this is just because the bag that we have is actually large enough to accommodate some larger items. I might not normally put this in the bag, but it was, since they were on sale for $4.99, I felt like this might be a good idea. You've got the flashlight, but as far as when nightfall comes, you don't have much general light when you've only got a small tactical light. So I thought for $4.99, this little light, it gets 200 lumens. It's got a couple of hours of runtime. It takes a couple of AA batteries. Something like this could come in really handy. You don't want to probably light everything up all the time, so you're not going to have it running all the time. But when you need to do something and you're in the dark, this is going to make all the difference, having a small lantern like this. And obviously this thing's pretty tough. I don't know if you can tell how durable this is, but it's reasonably durable. I think we could drop this a few times and not have any ill effect on that. So $4.99 for that. Here's the proverbial paracord. That's something that is pretty awesome. Obviously, you can get, you know, so many different types of paracord. This is 550 paracord. This particular one, gosh, how many feet do we have here? 100 feet, it's 530 seconds. So this is gonna be really good for doing all kinds of odds and ends in any sort of a survival situation. The uses of paracord are literally endless. And you're not gonna be climbing any trees and supporting your weight with this. You're not gonna do anything like that, but this is certainly something that, you know, you could tie a tarp up with. You could use it in so many different applications, and you've got enough length here that you're gonna be able to do a lot with it. Yet, even the way that it comes, you know, wrapped up like this, it's gonna fit in your bag very easily. It's not gonna take up much space, certainly not very heavy. So $9.99, $10, and you've got yourself 100 feet of paracord. So different colors also available. I chose the black, but you can certainly get different colors. Now, here's the Mossy Oak Multitools. Now, these are clearly not going to be your top name brand, you know, multi-tools. You've got two different ones, so you could, you know, potentially put one in the bag and keep one on your person or something like that. There's not a little case that comes with this or anything like that. But a two-piece multi-tool, a small and a large one. They're both 12-in-1. They've got the pliers. They've got you know, some semblance of different screwdrivers and knives, and even a small saw blade in there. They're anodized aluminum on the outside, so that's gonna, you know, make that somewhat durable. And these were very reasonably priced as well. So I think, you know, if you're gonna go out there and pull a MacGyver out in the woods, or even if you're in an urban situation, having a multi-tool can be very helpful. $9.34, normally $14.99, so this was on sale. And I think this is also going to be a nice little add-in for our budget bug out bag. Now, I got this poly rope just because you don't want to do everything if you don't have to with paracord. And you may have some situations where you're going to be around water and you're going to need some, you know, some help in maybe a wet or a damp environment. This particular poly rope is normally $14, so $13.99 normal price. It was on sale for $3.49. So, you know, poly rope has a lot of different uses in a survival type situation. It's certainly going to help you setting up your shelter. It helps lift things up off the ground when you need to, like, lift your bag off the ground to keep it from having lots and lots of problems associated with just leaving something like that sitting on the ground. It comes with a little snap ring made on the end of it. This could be used for a tether. This could be used for so many different things. Obviously, you're limited only by your imagination and your knowledge. So build your knowledge up and get the supplies that you need. I'm gonna add this to the bag. I think that's a super good choice. Now, here's a little thing made by Outdoor Edge, and this is obviously a knife, spoon, and fork, but it's a kind of a multi-tool combination, and it's got the little case to hold it in, the little bag to hold it in. This is normally $20 and it was on sale for $8.99. So something like this is going to be super, super good. Let me just tell you this, just from experience, when you're in a situation where you need to eat and you're away from your utensils and things like that, it can be a little bit of a challenge. It seems so simple and it almost seems silly, but literally when you don't have anything at all and you have certain types of food that require that you would typically use a spoon or a fork or a knife and you don't have it, it's a challenge. So you may be eating your food with a stick or with your finger or something like that, but in a survival situation, you do what you have to do. But if you had something like this, very thin, very small and compact, literally made for this type of use, then you're gonna be that much better off. So Outdoor Edge, it's called the Chow Pow, and it was on sale for $8.99, marked down from $20. Now, I got this tape because sometimes you're gonna find yourself in a situation where it's very, very easy to get lost or not find your way back or something like that. And having a roll of this kind of tape, obviously it's got many other uses as well, but you can take pieces of this out. You can use it to tie things up. It's pretty durable, but you can certainly mark your path. You can do different things with this that's gonna help you an awful lot in a survival type situation. It's small, it's compact, it doesn't take up much space. So flagging tape, $2.99. So you've got basically 150 feet of tape. It's 1 3/16, and you're gonna see this at night much easier if you need to mark your area, if you need to let other people know that you've been in a particular place so they can find you. This is going to be something that'll be very beneficial. And besides that, I know you could find a dozen other uses for this tape as well. All right, and then dust mask. Now, I personally would have preferred a completely different dust mask than this, but this is what they had. And that's what you do when you're trying to build a bug out bag or do anything survival related. You do with what you have. And so this is what they had. They're the most basic Stanley dust mask that you can find. And obviously, having a dust mask, depending on the environment you're in, the situation, a basic one may not be enough. If you've got all kinds of toxic substances in the air, this may not do anything for you. But if you're in a situation where there's a lot of dust in the air, there's been some sort of a natural disaster and there's things like that, or if you're around a lot of people who may not be well, at least you've got some barrier protection here. Now this isn't the same as a medical grade mask, so no need to leave comments talking about that, I know. But this is going to be better than nothing, and it's very easily fit into the bag. And in certain circumstances, this is going to actually come in very handy. Now there are other uses for a dust mask like this, and we'll get into those in another video, but just suffice it to say that doing some very inexpensive, let's see how much these things were. Dust mask, $6.29 for this little pack of 5 dust masks. So there's 5 in there. So certainly they're gonna last you for just a little while, and they're very lightweight, affordable. Once again, I think it's gonna be a nice little add-on for our bag, so we're gonna put that in there. And then the last thing is this. This is a medium duty, it's essentially a tarp. It's brown and green, it's reversible. It's got 2 different colors, one on each side, brown on one side, green on the other. And this is going to be good for so many different things. If you find yourself out in a situation where you literally have no shelter whatsoever, this is gonna help. Is this gonna keep you warm? No, it's not. It's not meant for that. But is this gonna keep you off of a wet ground? Is this gonna provide some protection from rain? Is this going to give you some cover in the event, or some concealment in the event that you need to be concealed? Probably so. Something like this could really, really come in handy. Now it's got reinforced eyelets around the corners so that you could tie this thing up. And again, you've got your poly rope, you've got your paracord, so having something like this, it's going to fold up really small. When this is open, this isn't going to take up much space at all. So given the fact that our bag is the size that it is, I think this is going to be a good addition to it. Now about the bag. This is the actual bag that I got. Now they had a range bag, but it was much smaller and I didn't think we were going to be able to fit very much gear in it. And then they even had a smaller version of the tool bag. So this is a CLC tool bag. And let me kind of give you an idea of why I like this one. Number one, there's a lot of room in this bag. I mean, there's an awful lot of room. On the inside, there's pockets all down the sides because this is meant to actually hold tools. But the best thing about this one, and the reason that this one was better than the one that was slightly smaller, is the fact that this one actually comes with a shoulder strap. So if you're gonna walk around and carry your bug out bag by two handles like this, well, that's completely up to you, but that's probably gonna get old after a little while. And having a shoulder strap is going to make a big significant difference. So is this the kind of bag that I would typically use for a bug out bag? Not at all. But in the event that I didn't have anything else, and the closest thing to me is a Tractor Supply company, and they send out coupons and discounts and stuff pretty regularly, I would absolutely use this. So this thing's very durable. It's got a very, very strong reinforced bottom on it. It's got a super heavy duty zipper on it. It's got that shoulder strap. I like the color, and it's even got pockets on the outside and a couple places that you can, attach some other things, like if you wanted to put some snap rings or carabiners on here or something like that, you could totally do that. I don't think that this is going to be too bad to carry as a bug out bag at all. Now there's, obviously other options available. That's what was available there. So it's a 16-inch, 22 pocket, big mouth tote bag made for tools, $34.99. The most expensive part of the entire setup was this bag. So imagine this, if you were able to go into a Tractor Supply company and get just the items that I've purchased and not the bag because you've already got a backpack or something like that that would work really well, then you could save $35. You could essentially do a reasonable bug out bag for less than $100. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things in here. I don't have an emergency blanket in here. I don't have any sort of fish line or fishing hooks. I don't have any food in this at all. I don't have water or water purification. There's things that are missing from this. But there are a lot of basic things. This would be a really good start. You could add to this from other sources, maybe not Tractor Supply, but over time you could add some things. For the time being, I would throw a few long shelf life meal replacement bars, a couple of bottles of water in here, maybe a real simple little bit of first aid type stuff. This bag would hold all of that. Throw some bandages, some sort of topical antibiotic, maybe a small container of sunscreen or something like that. And I would feel pretty confident with this, knowing that I at least had something set up in the event that, some emergency natural disaster or whatever happened. I've got an option, and I'm that much further ahead of the other guy who has nothing available and hasn't thought through any of this. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. And what I'd like for you to do is go ahead and comment below and say yes or no that you have or have not done a bug out bag before. And what I'm going to do is, after we get enough comments below, I'm going to go ahead and take all of this stuff, put it all together, and I'm going to choose one person out of all the comments, and I'm going to mail this to you free. So somebody can win all of this stuff, and all you've got to do is just comment below. Of course, you need to be a subscriber to the channel, of course. Make a comment below, and then I'm going to pack all this stuff up, and I'll follow up at a later date and let you guys know who actually won all of this stuff, but I'll happily package it up and send it to you. For the time being, go to lyonstactical.com. Check out the website. We have over 50,000 products on there. We only keep around 5,000 to 7,000 products actually online at a time. So if there's something you're looking for that's not listed in any of the menus, and there's tons of menus on there, just do a search for it. Whatever it is, it's probably there. Anyways, guys, do that and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so very much for watching this and staying through till the end. Be sure and leave that comment, subscribe to the channel, and we will definitely be seeing you on another video.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah.